Hey guys, so it is about 10:30 and I decided to vlog today because I am home alone. Well, I mean Bella's here with me, but I'm really sad you guys because one of my rats, the smallest rat, Casper, the albino one, is not doing too good. When we came back from the camping trip to Michigan, um, basically he was acting a little off and he's had porphyrin coming out of his nose and his eyes. And porphyrin is basically like a little red looking substance. And he's barely been eating. He only eats if I put it in my hand, and then he'll eat it out of my hand. He's barely been drinking, like, not half as much as he should be. And I have him in a separate cage right now because he's been breathing like really rapidly, and I'm just really, really worried about him. But my husband actually started a new job this morning, so that's where he is. And I'm still super stressed out about like living situations and everything like that. It's a long story, but I am currently not working. I don't remember if I've told you guys that in a separate vlog, but I am currently not working. So I don't really have like money to contribute to rent or anything. And in a couple weeks, we have to pay $800 for rent. So I'm really, really stressed out about like what's going to happen and all that because like I literally went so far as to look up like really cheap places to live or to rent on Airbnb and things like that because like I found a place and I'm going to tell you guys about it. Let me pull it up on my laptop really quick. Oh, I still had the window open for it. Well, we'll see if it loads. It's basically like an old schoolhouse, like from the 1800s, and they have like a bed and breakfast underneath. So like the first floor is a museum and the schoolhouse, and then the basement, like underneath the schoolhouse, they made it into a bed and breakfast, and you can literally stay there for a month for $59. So it's like a tiny little place, but I think that's pretty cool to be able to stay somewhere for a month for $59. So I also found like different places you can stay, like a cottage on a farm, which wasn't that expensive. Like I found some pretty cool places on Airbnb where you can stay for a month for less than $600. And they're like all over the US. So I just thought that that was kind of cool. Um, it's trying to load, but I don't know if it's going to. Oh, here it goes. So I don't know how well you can see that, but it is the bed and breakfast and museum. And that says $55 per month. I don't know how well you can see that either. But anyways, just thought I would share. So if you're looking for a place to stay, either short term or long term, Airbnb does have some cool options. So check it out. So there's Casper. He's actually up moving around right now, but he looks awful. He does not look like himself at all. I don't know if you can really tell how rapidly he's breathing. This is the first time, like in the last couple days though, that he's actually gotten up by himself to eat something, so that's good. And I have been keeping him in a separate cage. As you can see, it's right next to the boys, the other boys, just because they've been worried about him. And I do have Templeton. He's been in the cage with him from time to time because he's been comforting him. They've always been good together, but I'm hoping that he doesn't die because I would hate to have to tell Jacob that Casper died because Jacob, my stepson, is like super sensitive when it comes to animals, and he is a huge animal lover, and I just know that it would kill him if anything happened to the rats or Bella. She was just in here, but I don't know where she went. But yes, I do let them out, just so you know, so he's not running away back there behind the cage, but I do let them out as long as they're up here. So yeah, I really hope that my little boy is okay. He just is not himself, and I don't know if you can tell. Come here, buddy. Can you hear the way he's breathing? I was telling my husband earlier, it sounds like an old car trying to start or idling or something. Here's where little Miss Bella decided to make her little bed. And yes, we still haven't gotten rid of the TV box. But there's her little bed. And I am in the kitchen making something for lunch real quick. I'm just sauteing potatoes. And I know the stove looks like shit. My husband's been trying new recipes, and I told him he needed to clean off the stove, but he didn't. So it's kind of like his little fried everything that's on the stove. And I'm hungry, so I'm gonna saute these potatoes. And I don't know if I ever told you guys, but actually this coming up weekend, I am going on Saturday morning to be doing the MS Walk, the Northwest Indiana MS Walk in Highland, Indiana. So that is what I'm going to be doing, to go out and support all my fellow people with multiple sclerosis. And just an FYI for you guys, if you can either support, not really an FYI, but I would really appreciate it if you could either go out and participate in an MS walk or share about the MS walks in your area to kind of raise awareness for it. If you can't donate money, that's perfectly fine, but at least if you could raise awareness for it, I know myself and every other person with MS who is fighting for a cure and hoping and praying and wishing for a cure would definitely appreciate it. But anyways, I'm going to go finish up sauteing my potatoes here and eat some lunch. In case you were wondering what that last clip was, I was trying to bring Bella to the bathroom. Well, to go outside to go potty. And yes, miss. And as you could see, she was a little distracted by a squirrel. So I was trying to break her concentration and focus from the squirrel so that she could use the bathroom. But that didn't exactly work, so I just brought her back inside and we'll try again. She's been kind of playing this game with us, though, where she says she needs to go, and then she actually doesn't. She'll go outside and just sniff around and not actually do anything. So she just really wants attention. And that's the first time she's actually seen a squirrel. But she's been pretty good. If you say no, she's pretty good at listening. And as you can see, she does listen to like basic commands like sit and things like that. But it's just a work in progress. So I just got off the phone with a recruiter, HR lady for another home health care company in my area, and I set up an interview for Friday. Today's Wednesday, and my interview is on Friday morning, and she said she was going to send me the application and all that stuff so that I can just do like a formal application and then bring in 2 forms of ID and a CPR card, and hopefully I will have employment as of Friday, doing home care for a more reputable company than the last home care company that I was working with. The last home care company I worked with was really just a lot of mess, and just very unorganized and trying to rush you into everything. So hopefully this one is better. Bella is sleeping, and I need to go check on Casper to see how he's doing. So anyways, I've just been watching YouTube videos and scheduled that interview. So it is, the battery died, but my husband gets off at 4, so I don't know if I'm going to vlog anymore today. I do need to charge the battery in case I do decide to vlog a little bit more today, but if not, then I guess you'll find out that there's no more vlog after this clip.